everyone, I've been asked to do a video, a tutorial sort of thing, on this which I made. A friend put up a link and I can't for the life of me remember who did it originally or anything, or where the link came from, but it's basically made from a Pringles tube. Now I know a couple of the girls that I was talking to are having a few difficulties with it, so I said I would show them how I did mine. Right, so basically start with your tube, and let me find a pen. And what I did first of all was go from the open end and work out how far I wanted it to go in. And I'm just going to say 2 inches just to make it easy, and just mark it all the way around. And it's good to start from this side because then you can cut into it easier. Plus I'm using the little lip on the tin to put my ruler up to, so I know that it's going to be the same all the way around. She says, but I know when I cut it's normally wrong for some reason. There we go. Right, and then what I did was I cut down to that mark. All the way. I found this easier to do it this way rather than struggling trying to. Oh, my scissors keep getting stuck. Relatively straight. I don't think it's completely straight, but if it wasn't wonky it wouldn't be me. I find these scissors very hard to control. They always seem to have like a bit of a lip on them. Everything seems to bend. Whether it's me or just my scissors. Right, excuse me. Okay, so we've done that bit. Now the bit, I thought I was prepared. Big shock. Oops. Okay, I've got something card, and what I did next, there's a tip round here, okay, is, and now I've lost my pencil. How on earth can you sit, oh there it is, in one place, put things down in one place and it just all disappears? So draw around the end, and you're all going to need 2 of them because obviously we're going to cut the metal bit off so it can be opened. So once they're drawn, you can then just, now say I'm going to do 1 inch on this side, otherwise it'll be too small. And the easiest way to do this was, once it's all marked around, is to draw a straight line for the opening on your box. Probably not making much sense as I'm waffling, am I? Okay. Right. And now you need to draw a straight line down here because that's going to be where the opening is for your... I'm going to use these scissors. I find these scissors easier. And oh goodness me. Okay. Change to these. This is the hardest bit. I mean, I suppose you could do it with a craft knife. Excuse me. I cannot get a straight line with them scissors at all. Made a right mess of that now. Let me just trim this up. It's not too bad. Right, okay, so now you've got your tube and you have your opening. So what you need to do now is to get your ruler and mark inside. But the way you're going to do this is with a craft knife, and you don't, whatever you do not want it to go all the way through. So you're just basically scoring. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so you've scored inside with the blade, but it hasn't gone all the way through. So you can fold it, and that is going to be your opening, the lid for your box. Right. Now, cut round these. Cut round your circles. Okay. So you have your circles, which are for the ends of your tubes. Now, I found, because obviously you need to leave it so it's open, so basically all you're going to do is join this bit around the bottom, which is going to be the inside of your, oh sorry, I'm not even on camera, which is going to be the inside of your tube, can you see? So that's what you're going to do. But the easiest way I found to do that is once you've got your paper, which you're going to use to line it, if you draw your circle all the way around, obviously, pointless drawing a circle if it's not all the way around. And then what I did was I measured, and I did, I think it was that a centimetre? Can't tell with that one. That's just over a quarter of an inch. Basically, if you just mark it all the way around, so you're giving yourself a little bit of extra. Where's my marks? Oh my goodness, I can't even see my marks. Oh, there they are. So you're just leaving this little bit of a gap here, and if you mark all the way around like that, and then cut it out, so you've got this edge all the way around. Like that. It doesn't have to be spot on because you are only going to be using this to stick down anyway. And then put your glue on. Now I stuck that back into the centre of the circle, which then leaves you this space all the way around. And then basically just cut these little tabs all the way around up to the card. Don't actually cut the card. And then you can use these little tabs to stick down to your tube. I'm just basically folding them over. I just find this easier because it folds to the circle then a bit easier. Make sure my paper's the right way up. Then what I did was I put the tube so it was so that this. Let's see if I can show you this. They've got the tube and you've got the circle, and what I did was basically fit the tube to the end of the circle. Can you see that? So it goes on the inside, and then I then glued these little tabs down. And it is a little bit fiddly, but if you try and keep the tube, the card cut out circle, so it's on the edge of the tube, it does make it a little bit easier because you can butt it up to it all the time. So just work your way around. And then it doesn't really matter about these little tabs because you're going to cover this anyway, so the end of the tabs are going to all be hidden, so but it gives a nice clean edge then as well. So you just work your way around, and my glue's not sticking. This went so easy yesterday when I did it. As soon as you put the camera on, it goes wrong. Oops. But you can feel where that lid, the circle I should say, is going into the tube all the time as you're pulling it round, and it does give it a nice edge to fasten up to. Oh, do you know what I've done? I've done the lid instead of the flipping thing. Oh, never mind. But make sure you're doing it to the bottom and not the top like I've just done. But you work all the way around until you get to your top, which is the bit that opens. Okay,